So now you go here. If I pass sales hyphen report slash 2023 slash APRL, enter. Now it is reaching the routing of sales report. If I pass JUN, enter, it is working. If I pass MAY, it will not work. It will go to default routing because your routing is not matched. Sir, writing the same regex in two places, is it a good practice? That is my first question. Writing a regex in two places, is it a good practice? No, it is not a good practice. Okay. So to handle, first point, to handle same constraint in different places, we can create a custom routing class. Got the point? To handle same constraint in a different places, we can create custom routing class because these month reports will be handled in custom class. So how to handle that? Go to Solution Explorer, create a folder, add in the different. Yeah. Where is that? Add, create a folder, custom route constraints. Okay. You create a folder, custom route contains. See, the moment you add a custom route contains, a new item group included in your project solution. Am I right or wrong? You created a folder. What is your folder? Custom route contain folder. Immediately in your project, under the property group, there is a new item added, which name called custom route. Now save this, close this. Now you go back to the Solution Explorer, right click, new item, select a class. What is your constraint here? Monthly route constraint. Okay, so you say monthly route constraint. So this class comes under the namespace called custom route constraint. Or you got my point, sir? Here I'm going to implement a namespace called iRoute constraint, which is coming to the namespace system.asp.net core.routing. Or you got my point? This iRoute constraint was implemented from the namespace system.asp.net core.routing. Right click, go to definition. From where this routing comes under? Can anyone read this? Define the contract that class must implement in order to check whether the URL parameter values valid from the constraint. For that, you will have a match method. Now go back here, right click, implement interface. When you implement interface, these are all the methods you can able to see. These many values you will get. Now, try to use this as return false as of now. Bool underscore is match equal to false and say return underscore is match. Now build the project. I'm not writing any logic here. Just listen. I'm not writing any logic. I am trying to change in that particular method. Instead of here, I'm going to call that constraint. Which constraint? Monthly root constraint. To add this monthly root constraint, first you need to add as a service here. In the builder, you have to import that as a service, builder dot services dot add routing. Okay, here you have to say routing dot constraint map as a property. Just listen. So this is how you have to write a routing. What you have to write? You are going to configure your custom routing as a service in the builder method. Then only that service will get invoked here. So how I am going to add that is routing dot constraint map. Okay, there you have to pass a parameter. What is your parameter? Anyone can tell me? Monthly value. I can say monthly. My constraint name is monthly. And then you have to specify type of class. Which class I need to call? You got my point. What is your class name here? Go here, copy this monthly name, under program, put it. Okay, so constraint map dot add. So what will happen? This constraint will added in this routing constraint. After that, you come here, instead of using the entire regex, you simply say monthly. I'm not going to do anything. So what I did, I created a custom class, okay, under which I have a route constraint where I'm using a match property that I'm going to register as a service. Or you got my point? In that, I'm going to use a add routing method where I'm going to create a routing option. And then in the endpoint, I'm going to use that endpoint as monthly. Done? Everybody clear? Now, build the solution. Succeeded. Now go and run it. Here, if you go to the monthly constraint, click on a breakpoint here, you see, if you pass a dashboard, it will work. It is matching or not? If you pass here, June, enter, it is matching. But still it is going to the default URL mapping. Why? Because this constraint is returning false. I need to implement code in the constraint. So what I need to implement? Before I need to implement the code in the constraint, I need to understand what are all these parameters are getting. Now you are able to see here. Here, dashboard April 23. Now, what is the HTTP context you are getting? You see here, context getting all the request, response, session, everything. Similar fashion, in the route key, you will get a month. Whereas in the route, you will have the entire route of the application, the entire URL. Whereas in the values, you will get two values. You see here, what are the two values you are getting? Year and month. Year and month you are getting or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And corresponding, you will getting a value what you are passing 2023 April, right? So route direction is incoming request. You got my point? So all five has a certain purpose. HTTP context will get request object, response object, everything. Whereas route key is what is the key you are going to make a constraint. And value dictionary is what is the type of values you are receiving as an incoming request. Okay. And then the direction of the route is whether it is an incoming request or outgoing response. So according to that, it will match. Now let's implement a logic here. So I can write a logic if not values dot contains key of route key. If values dot contains key of route key, in that I'm going to say return. In that I'm going to say is match equal to true, because the value containing route key. Now I'm going to write a logic if is match equal to true. If match equal to true, listen carefully. I'm going to get the value of it. I'm going to get the value of this dictionary. So what is my dictionary? Before I need to get the value of dictionary, what I need to do? String month equal to convert the dot to string of value of route key. What is your route key? Your route key is month, right? Your route key is month. That is the key it is going to get. And then you will have a regex property. For that, you will use regex. Where this regex comes from? System.text.regular expression. System.text.regular expression. Regex equal to mu of regex. There you need to implement your pattern. Here you have to implement your regex pattern. Where is your regex pattern? The regex pattern is something like this. Dollar cap dollar, and you say between APR 5, June 5, September 5, OCT 5, not OCT. I can use December, not December. Use November 5, Jan. Right. So then this month should check whether this regex will be matched or not. How to do that? If regex is match of month, If it is match, you say is match equal to true. If the regex is match is not matched, you say equal to false. Done? Clear my point? How I am writing the logic?
Yes,
What
sir.
I did, first I am making my is match equal to false, and then the value of contain root key is available or not. Because this value contain year as well as month. Now, if it contains the key of month, the matching is true. And then I'm checking with the condition, if match equal to true, get the route key, compare with the regex and match. If it is match, you can make true. Otherwise, false. Now see here. Now I put a breakpoint here, run it. See here, dashboard April, function F11. Now you see the route content value. True. Go in. Sorry, guys. No need this. Slash enter. Function F11 match. I'm going to get the month. Match. Now you see it is going in. It is going in or not? Come on, say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Now if I pass year May, I'm getting a route, but it will not match. You see here. It has a route key, but when I'm coming and here getting the month, it is not matching, which is returning a false. And it is automatically calling your default mapping. Now, if you pass here June, see it is matching. If you pass your July, see it is not matching. It is going to the default URL mapping. If you pass here AUG, it will not match. If you pass here September, it is working. This is called custom routing. Sir, can we implement in Salesforce? Sales hyphen report. This also will work. Why? Because I had implemented this custom route mapping in two places. You see here. Where and all, in which and all endpoint I implemented. Dashboard, I implemented monthly constraint. Sales board, sales report, I implemented monthly constraint. So will it work or not? Chaitanya, Nitin?
It will work, sir.
Huh?
It will work.
I don't understand. Suresh?
Yes, sir. It will work, sir.
It will work. Tomorrow, if I want to create n number of endpoints with the same constraint, I can go and create a custom constraint with your respect to logic and ensure this constraint match equal to true. You write any logic, not only this. You can write any kind of logics. Here I'm writing a logic based on this. I want to write a logic for year constraint also. I want to write a logic for year constraint also. Simply what I will do, I'll create another constraint. Let's see here. I will try my own. Add new item. I say here route constraint. What I will do in the year route constraint? Let's take an example. I route constraint. Put a implementation. And then implement interface. Now what I'm planning to do here, this is how the logic. Now I can simply say a logic is match bool underscore is match equal to true. Sorry, false. And return is match. Sir, I want to make a logic whether the year is 2023, 2024, I need to allow. So what I will do, this part will work. This part will work as it is. Okay. Now, here I will write a logic if match equal to true, and I'm going to take the year. How I'm going to take the year? Int underscore YER equal to convert dot 2 into 32. 2 into 32. What I will do? Value of route key. If the year equal to if underscore year equal to 2023 or underscore year equal to 2024, then match equal to true. Then match equal to true. Else is match equal to false. So what I'm writing the logic here? I'm writing a logic. If the year is 23 and 24, I can allow the pattern. Now, to register this route, copy this, go to program.cs file, add a builder. Builder.service.add routing. Done. Add routing. Here, routing. Here, routing. Now I got the routing. Routing dot constraint map dot add. I can say yearly, comma, type of what class, ma? What class I have? Year route constraint. Enter. Now I had registered my yearly routing constraint. I had registered my monthly routing constraint. Now copy this here. come back. I'm going to remove everything here. Simply say yearly constraint. And here also, I'm going to simply say yearly constraint. So how many constraints I have in this report? How many constraints I have in this report? Tell me. How many constraints I have? I have one constraint of yearly, another constraint of monthly. Now go back, put a breakpoint, and go back, monthly constraint, save, run the project. Initial constraint will not work. It will call the default. Now here, slash, enter. Enter. So which constraint it is calling first? Come on, please say which constraint it is
Year
calling.
route constraint.
Year root constraint. So now F11, get the route key. What is your year value here? 2023. Now it is matching. Now it is matching and then return match. Immediately it is calling the month. Now see, it is immediately calling the regex of month. Then only the route will get executed. Sir, if I pass 2024, what will happen? Again, the match will come. Again, you have to check the condition. Route key matched. 23 is okay. Now, the month will be matched. Sir, what if I pass 25? Enter. F11. Matched. Get the year. Not matched. Immediately it is calling a default. It is not going to the monthly constraint because this 25 itself not matching. Why do I need to check the monthly constraint? Or you got my point? Now the same should apply for sales report as well. Sales hyphen report. Enter. Match is coming. Run. Key will not match. Here is not matching. Immediately it will going to call the run method of default URL mapping. Then again you are going to pass here 2024. And now you see F11. It is matching and immediately calling your monthly match. Month is matching. Then it is executing your routing. Clear my point? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
is how you have to build your custom routing. So let's make a note. The second point, to create a class name year route constraint, which will be implemented by iRoute constraint. iRoute constraint derived from which namespace? Microsoft dot ASP.NET. Let's go. Derived from core dot routing. Derived from ASP.NET core.routing. Or you got my point? The match method will help you to build a custom logic. Custom logic in turns return a Boolean value. Boolean value like true or false. If it is true, routing will be executed. If it is false, routing will not be executed. Am I right or wrong? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, fourth point is before executing custom routing, we need to register custom routing class. Custom routing class under builder method. Under builder method. How you are going to register? This is how you have to register. You have to register like this or not? And then you have to map the endpoint. Fifth point is we need to map an endpoint in the following manner. What is your endpoint mapping? You take this endpoint, put it here, say build endpoint logic. Right? So how you are mapping? If you are using a yearly constraint, this constraint will be mapped here like this. And then you will call it. This is your fifth point. And sixth point, after completing this, we need to execute the project with specified URL. Got my point? And then it will automatically invoke seventh point. It will automatically call custom routing class containing match method, which in turns return either true or false. Right? If it is true, routing will be executed. If it is false, routing will not be executed. So this is how you have to build custom routing configuration. Anybody have any questions?
No, sir.
So what we did to handle some constraint in different places, we create custom routing class. To create a class name, year routing constraint, which will be implemented by iRouting constraint derived from ASP.NET Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Routing, which in turn contain a match method. Before executing custom routing, we do all these things. Anybody have any questions? 1 second, guys. Thank you. I'll call you later.